Hi, this is lesson number 2, cooing. So, the purpose of this lesson is to help you to identify and understand that cooing, when your baby starts to do it, is a milestone. It's them basically learning how to breathe in and out and move their mouth around and start trying to make sounds as a playful thing because they have a lot of time on their hands. And they want something fun to do, and they're discovering their bodies and the way that they can make sounds and interact with their environment. So one of the elements of cooing is that it's mostly vowels because they don't have a lot of labial articulation. They can't move their tongue around exactly the way it's been trained to make sounds yet. So it's a lot of ah and ooh, a lot of the singing vowels that we can get with. So what, as your child's doing this, they are looking around them, and this is a sound that they're able to copy. So children enjoy copying things that they see and hear. I'll tell a quick story because it's relative to this, is that many years ago I was at Disneyland with my wife, and we were at the Carnation restaurant. It was late at night, and we're getting something to eat, and there's a couple with a young child, an infant, maybe, I don't know, I'm going to guess around, at this time, I'll guess around 7 to 11 months. And the baby was there kind of looking around. They had him or her in a high chair, and I made eye contact with this young child, and for my entertainment, I went and then sipped my coffee and ate some food, and the parents, who are right in front of their child facing away from us, looked at their child, and their child looked at them and went, and they got completely confused, and they were very surprised. They didn't know what was going on. It was simply the child copying me because that hadn't happened before, and it was something new for them to try and for them to do. So it was very funny to us watching. But as an example here, your child will try to copy you. And so your child will also try to copy other people. So we want to provide early examples of the behavior we want them to learn. And vowels, or cooing, is one of those examples. So when you're in the proximity of your baby, you'll just start cooing and singing vowel sounds and not trying to get too fancy because it's a lesson for them. You're not trying to just have fun yourself. You're trying to provide something for them to hear and recognize and want to copy. So as there's a wide variety of sounds that are categorized as cooing. We're not going to have an encyclopedia of baby sounds, but the ones that you're going to try to make are ones that you would be saying, for example, ah, or ah, and then, blah, 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 whatever you feel like doing for your own entertainment. But the different vowel sounds are the ones that you're going to be trying to focus on, so that over a period of time, as your child hears them more, they will be able to recreate those sounds first. So the takeaway is that by providing a very early example of all of these sounds, your child will have longer to recognize them and longer to be aware that you're making them. And then when they start developing them also, they will be able to compare the sounds they're making with the sounds they're hearing from you. And so once you get that feedback going, then it's only a matter of time for the sounds that you're making and the sounds you're trying to copy to get closer and closer together. But at first, like I said in the other lessons, you'll be providing the lessons to them before they're ready for them. That's okay. You want to develop your ability to give a good lesson so that when they're ready for it, you have a higher quality lesson for them to get. And if you're teaching your baby something for 2 or 3 months, say, that's how long it takes them to learn. It's not a problem. We don't want to be impatient and say, my dad would always say, I shouldn't have to tell you twice. I kind of felt he should tell me until I understood what he was saying. And in a similar way, I think that you should also say something until your child understands what it is you're trying to teach them. And sometimes it'll be very quick, and sometimes it'll be very long. Doesn't really matter from the standpoint of you're aware that it's going to take you longer sometimes and shorter other times. But the lesson will be learned until they don't get it wrong. And that's really what the goal of that is. So the cooing stage is one of those milestones that you can help your child through by being aware that they're going to do it, showing them how to do it, even if it sounds a little silly to you. That's the level that they're at. And by going down to their level and teaching them what they're trying to figure out, helping them with it as best you can, you're making it easier for them to go to the next level, the step over that. So that's it for now. Thank you. I hope this has been helpful to you. And if you have any questions, there's the other video that you can ask the questions there. Comments are disabled for this one. So hope you have a good night.